Well, hello again, everybody. Hopefully, y'all find me okay. Gotta love it when there's technical issues. Hmm.
There it is. Yay.
Yippee-yi-yo.
Hello, everyone.
There it is. Goodness.
Whoops, I gotta turn me down here.
Hello.
Hello, Sue. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Pam. Hello, Stacy.
Hi, Willow.
Hi.
Oh, we
Hi.
found it. That was a journey.
Yeah, I've not had that that issue before. That was a
Yeah, it was
little
weird.
odd.
Like we
I
don't
mean,
want
like I said, I first noticed that I didn't have the names coming across the bottom, even though I had it set for that.
Yeah. Yep, it was just being quirky.
Yeah, and this is new now.
I
Too.
was trying that
Hear
restream
that.
link. I'm like, stuff ain't working.
Because it doesn't, like, it used to just automatically have the little windows of people as they popped in on the bottom, like you could scroll up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta hit guest, and it pops up a separate window, and then that's where you add people to the stream or in the world.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Tina.
Hi. I kept trying that other link and I'm going, I can't get in. What is going on?
It was Restream.
So it wasn't just me.
No, I
Yep, it
had
was
been
definitely
trying.
restream.
Everybody's got my face right now, I guess, until it uploads the change that I made to put the actual.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Well, you figured that out really quick, Stacy May.
Well, that's why it's good to have a backup system.
Yep, she's
You
been
bet.
doing this a while, so.
You
I had
bet.
been trying since before 9 o'clock. So that's why I rebooted. I did a defrag. I'm like, maybe it's just my system.
No, it wasn't you. It's Restream. They're
Okay.
doing stuff. You know, I
I
wish they'd
knew.
send a notification to people that they see frequently do broadcast over there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Guess because
knew
I
it
don't
wasn't
pay them
me right
money,
away
they,
because
they
I
don't.
had.
I guess because I don't pay them money, they don't give me that privilege.
I knew it wasn't me right away because I had cleaned my cache and everything right before I came in, like I always do. And it just wasn't letting me. It was saying something about firewall, and I'm like, my firewall's already set to accommodate, so we know that it's not it. So it had to be
Yeah, as soon as you
coordinated.
said that, I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I was just on here
That tells me they were
last
blocked.
night. Because, you know, I did Sandy's auction, so,
Mm-hmm.
and I cleaned my cache before then too. So
I figured if it didn't fix it on my end after I rebooted, did a defrag, etc., it had to be them.
yeah. Well, for Stacy, when she's got 3 people and they're all having the same issue, and they all go on panels where they have their settings to accommodate, you know. Yeah. Had to be. I mean, YouTube was working fine. It had to be restreamed. She just ruled them out quickly and like, yeah, we're gonna have to switch over to StreamYard.
Yeah.
Well,
Like I said, always good to have a backup.
Hello, Sable. What? The minute I start talking, you want cuddles.
Of
You've
course.
been getting cuddles for hours. Yes, you have.
I Sable Dan.
Well, because your attention can possibly be diverted the moment that they want attention. So she comes over and says, no, I want cuddles now. It's because you got attention somewhere.
What, sweetheart?
But it's also my baby girl. I see.
I love you too. I too love you. Sweet girl. Yeah.
Speaking of cat fact of the day, National Kitten Day was created in 2012 by animal expert and behaviorist Colleen Page. Hey, there's finally an answer to who the heck made this day.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't put the sound on. Gosh. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'm
remember
glad
which
this didn't
one
happen
you
yesterday. I wouldn't have the brain for it.
Gosh, I'm so not. Haven't been over here in a while on StreamYard.
I usually am in StreamYard with most channels because that's what most of
That
them
a little
use.
loud, or is it me?
Just a hair loud.
You saying it's loud?
Yeah, just a hair loud.
Yeah.
Is it me that's loud or
The music.
oh the music?
Is that a little better?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Because usually I can barely even hear music. I was hearing the music. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, StreamYard's music setup is definitely louder than Restream. You set it, you know, to the same setting or whatever, and yeah, it's way louder. I'm liking that they changed it to where indie creators can contribute because there's some good tunes.
Mm-hmm.
So indie artists can now contribute to the YouTube music. That is awesome. Because there's some really good ones out there. YouTube was being stingy and not letting them. Add some of their tunes to Hello, Joyce.
Nose placement on this one cat is killing me. Okay, so I need to swap.
I still have Sable here needing my side.
Good morning, Joyce.
Hi Joyce, hi Jeffrey, hi Ashley. Everybody know. Hi ladies up here. I know people are going to be befuddled if it's still showing my face on YouTube for the thumbnail. And you're like, what? They're used to looking for the kitties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of threw me for a loop because I come back and I'm like, oh, there's Stacy. Where'd the candy text go?
Well, because I hadn't been in here so long, I didn't have the thumbnail in my other, the new thumbnail in my
Arsenal?
photos on that system. Because I used my other one to do the thumbnail on my phone, and it's in both of those. The only thing I do on this is this, and I mess around with my Ancestry site because this is a 10-inch screen, so it's easier to see all the documents and things like that. That's all I do on it. All right, come on, keep going. There you go.
I tell you what, I seriously have to get my room rearranged because so I can find what I need. This is ridiculous.
Well, yeah, because you started that new and then you kind of just was adding it in spots you had at the moment.
Yeah, I have all these new containers and I need to, I've just been putting off moving that stuff so I need to move my table back over where it was, and yeah. I moved it over here. It's not quite working the way I want it to, and
All right, I think this is the first time I'm sitting here rearranging these dots in a picture. I'm just like, does it make sense?
Okay, this is upside down. Yeah, that's just a little bit too.
Because when you get these small images, the detail isn't that good.
Yeah. Fairly good from a distance, but you get up close and you're like, ugh. Yeah, that's kind of the difference between the diamond dots and like a cross stitch. You don't get the detail.
Yeah, because these have to be bigger to really have detail. So, folks, try to, if you're doing small diamond art, do yourself a favor and don't get really detailed pictures because it's not gonna look like what they're showing you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're showing you a complete picture, and basically what you're getting in the smaller images is a pixelated version of said picture. Only difference is the pixels are round instead of square. Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh, thank you, Teresa.
Gosh, how do I get to my people?
What are you looking for?
Trying to get to. Huh. Why they really changed this?
Stacy's so confused. She hasn't been in string art forever.
Yeah, and they may change it.
Mm-hmm. They're always changing it.
Who's that? Nothing.
Just like Facebook. That's
Yeah.
when they figure it out, they change it.
Yeah, all the venues, they do that. It's kind of crazy. It sure is.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. This is not good what they did.
Is it ever?
So you either gotta be like before. I used to be able to just click on a person and say make them big for the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then click on them again, and down below. There's no down below anymore. Click on anybody.
Huh.
So in order to do like swap people around, I'd have to switch to this setting. I don't know. It's got to be another way because there's no way. Oh, by the way, you're a big fan.
I am. I'm working on my first journal, just putting pages, filling in another page here. I had made this tuck, I think it's called a tuck pocket, whatever. Anyhow, I made it on an envelope. I got these envelopes at a rummage sale in their original box. They were like a stationery type thing.
Yeah.
And yeah. This is a card I made at the cabin last week. That's kind of cute. I cut that out of a book. Used a couple stamps on there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna drive me cuckoo right now.
And this here is from the flap of the envelope I used. This, anyhow. I think these are like from the 70s. It kind of looks 70-ish, the envelope. So, anyhow.
Yeah, I love finding boxes of envelopes like that.
Yeah, it was not very expensive, like 50 cents at a rummage sale. It was.
Yeah, they're awesome.
It had some trim in it, and this journal is my first one that I made. And this is a learning experience. See how thick it is? So, yeah, and the binding is, just this wide. So this one is more of a learning experience for me. My favorite feature on
how
it
much to
is
put on a
this.
page and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when you're first doing it, it's like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I want to shove that in there. I want to make one of those. And yeah, it's kind of the way it goes.
And my favorite feature on it is this bobbin lace, antique bobbin lace that I lined on the outside here.
Yeah.
Big strip here. I put glued on there. I have more of this bobbin lace.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And
Beautiful stuff.
This little embellishment Stacy sent me. This little gal here. I glued on there. There's a vintage key, and yeah, it's got all sorts of little treasures on it.
Yeah.
This is a dyed mother of pearl button with a self shank on the back. Yeah.
Nice.
So this is kind of getting full, but I like to pull it out once in a while and add something to it. There's still a few pages I can add to.
I don't know who was drunk when they pixelated this thing. Wow.
Let's see here. Yeah, and I remember doing several things on this journal. Like this lace is done with dye, denim dye. I just took it and sprinkled it on there from a bottle of dye that I had. That was kind of a messy thing, but a learning experience. So you can change the color of any trim to match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've dyed trim for garments, so.
Well, it looks like I got a few pages in the front I can work on eventually here.
Yeah, that's the whole wedding industry. Dyeing everything to match.
Oh, really?
Think about it. Shoes, dresses.
Just the fashion industry itself.
Hair accessories. That industry is like dyes everything you can imagine to match.
Yeah. Just the fashion industry, not even just the wedding.
Oh yeah, here's another page I can work on eventually.
Yeah, this is not funny, guys.
This is a little tuck pocket I put in here, and this is a inchy that Stacy made for me. Just tuck that in there. And this little tag here is made from paper, a booklet like she sent me, a sewing booklet.
Mhm.
Love is the thread that binds us.
Yeah. I've gotten a few little tidbits like that in the mail and have been putting them all together in a baggie.
Pretty sure I know I Beth sent you some things when I won bingo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beth has been sending me something like once a week.
Well, I think because I'm not the only one that's doing that.
yeah. Now that I'm home, that's my goal, is to get some of my ACT cards sent out to people with a little bit of happy mail in there.
Okay, now it looks like, I think, in my opinion. Took me a moment.
I just want to get some HEC cards made. I just haven't gotten set up yet in there.
There you go. Oh, that's
that looks
cute.
like an eye, and that looks like the nose where the nose should be, not down over here. I have no idea what they were thinking. See, but when you get up close,
Yeah.
it'll harden to the stern, all that stuff. And to readjust the eyes, it was horrible. Like, oh my God, these poor kids.
Yeah, it's cute.
Now that Tim has done all his phone calls and stuff and trying to carry on the conversation with me afterwards. Oh yeah, when I got onto StreamYard the other day, there on the 4th of July, I'm like, what the devil did they do to all this? All these different changes and stuff. But that tells you how long it's been since I've been on here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this? And
Well,
Yeah,
wherever
some of their ideas just don't make sense.
No. Like right now, the fact that I don't have the people on the bottom that I can just click on and change the, make them big for a moment. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah. It's like, what the?
So I have to put you in that layout and then swap people around. It's like, why?
Yeah. Usually improvements mean added steps. They add layers to how many things you gotta click to make it happen. Typical.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I just thought about what you said, Bon. It had to be super different for you.
Yeah, she hadn't been on for a good while, and
Yep.
she just suddenly decided to go live. And aside from the whole, it's been a while, how do I do this? You get all those delightful changes and updates that they've made. Gotta love them. Not. So really.
It had been 2 weeks. I went live on the 4th of July and was bragging about the 4th of July, but it was like 2 weeks prior to that, and it hadn't changed. There were no major updates. Because it's like, I was bored, and then I did the whole Happy Mail Timu order thing. And everything was pretty much normal still when I did that live. So, yeah. And then,
You didn't get on the change radar for the moment. That first one out.
no, I mean, the one before that, it was a month ago.
But after that, it was like, hey, she's going live again. Let's mess with her.
Yeah. The one that I did on the 4th of July, I was just like, whoa, dude, what is this? I had to actually go back and look and see at my, when I went live back, you know, and I'm like, let's see it. As long as it tastes like slightly sweetened with French vanilla coffee, we're good. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah. Enjoy my peace and quiet while I can until you get ready to go take care of the granddaughter. And the daughter leaves for work, and then I have a party. He's not that bad, like just me and him. He likes his mom all the time. And he can you blame him? I was like a sweetheart. Unless I'm ready throwing a rant about something that's aggravating me.
Still pondering on what die cut machine to get. I've watched a lot of videos and comparisons, and
There's a lot of them out there.
I want to
doing
get
the
one
same
with.
thing.
I want to get one with a push button because that crank is.
Kelly,
Yeah, I've debated on that, and I've debated on
Yeah, she
The-
has a Gemini Junior. What was that, Willow?
that I've been debating on that, on whether or not to do the electric. I'm probably gonna have to do the crank just because money-wise.
To start with, yeah.
Well, the other thing too is with the I like the MIDI Gemini MIDI that I got from Kel. Crank. See, to me, because with the crank, you can stop and say, okay, yeah, this isn't going to work, and you can back it out, whatever. You can feel it right away and things like that. Where I'm too afraid with the electric that you'll
Just
burn
eat
it out.
paper.
Well, see those electrics, Stacy, they have a reverse button. I've been watching a lot of videos on them, and the ones I've been looking at have a reverse button. And Kellyanne's also, that model has a reverse button, so you can back it out of there if you're having problems.
Yeah, but when it comes to electric, it's going to do an extra rotation or do a quarter rotation or whatever before it stops the jam. If it's too thick or whatever to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm thinking, gosh, if you're not really good at this or do it a lot and forget what plate, what this, what that, you can burn that thing out.
Well, they do have a warranty on them for a certain period of time, and you know, I would look at all the reviews and stuff before I purchase. Like I said, I've been really watching a lot of stuff on them, and I don't think there's a perfect one out there. It's getting one that works for you type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where the crank, it's literally as soon as you go, nope, not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at a crank one, but it's adjustable for the height. So you can tighten it down instead of having to add more stuff. You can tighten it down or loosen it up. It's got an adjustment knob on it for that, but it's the crank. That's the one I'm looking at. It's a Biracraft, B-I-R-A-C-R-A-F-T. It's got high ratings, and it's a MIDI. It's not the mini. It's not the big one. It's a MIDI, which is what I'm looking for. Because
Right.
I don't see myself needing cutouts that are, you know,
For 12 by 12.
yeah, well, computer paper sized, anyways. This one's a MIDI, so they've got a couple of different. They've got the basic, and then they've got, you know, where there's added accessories.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see myself using those. So that's probably the one I'm going to go for. I've just got to save up a little bit to go there.
What do they run about?
It's about 100 for the one, just the basic, and then it's like 120, 25 for the, you know, expanded one with the extra accessories. So, and it'll do fabric, it'll do paper, it'll do felt. So that's kind of the angle I'm going for. And it's not electric, so, you know, you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
It also has a fold-up tray, so it's compact.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tuck it in the cabinet kind of thing.
Yeah, those computerized ones that are, I'm not going to avoid those.
Yeah. Well, I just know I'm not going to be able to
For
swing
what I'm using it
electric,
for, you know.
and, you know, the crank would work, especially where it's adjustable. That whole having to add layers to thicken it up and all that kind of stuff, that drove me nuts. And it just bound up. It just clogged it up.
All of them you have to do that with, depending on what dye you're using.
Yeah, you
Not
gotta
with this one. It's adjustable. So you can set, you know, your gap and everything between the plates and then tighten it down to where it needs to go. If it needs to be a little tighter, then you can tighten it up. You don't have to add more stuff. As long as you have your layers between the plates, the right depth and everything for what you need to cut, you don't have to add layers. You can just tighten it up. or loosen it up, whatever, you know, because it's adjustable. That's what I like. Having to add layers of paper and all that, like I had to try to do with that one Sizzix that I got that was messed up. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I ordered the Sizzix Big Shot on Amazon, and I had to have my husband help me. I'm like, I can't crank this thing. I've tried everything they say, and you know, that comes with easy to follow diagram on the things, and he said this is a poor design. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was looking at that one and the ratings on it and stuff, the reviews.
I'd be all about boxing it back up and sending it back.
He did send it back, and they, as soon as I think it was UPS scanned the package, as soon as they scanned it into their system, I had a refund immediately, a full refund.
Yeah.
And it was free shipping. It didn't cost me anything.
Yeah, just send it back.
Kudos.
Yeah, just so you know, that was through Amazon, distributed through Amazon. So
yeah, well, that's where I'd, you know, probably get this one.
Yeah,
I've looked around. I looked to see if like Joann's had it and had like a coupon. I looked at all that. I looked at Michael's. I looked everywhere.
Teresa says she loves her Big Shot. Works great for her.
huh?
Well, for some it might, for others not. I mean, with my shoulders, I'm not super keen on having to do the crank, but
Yeah. Do you
it's
have the
adjustable.
Big Shot? The Big Shot where you just put the trays in, the plain Big Shot or Big Shot Plus, or
yeah,
we
even
could
with
not.
Big Shot, there's several models. It's
Yeah. My husband said those metal rollers, you know, they just don't grip. And those plates that it comes with, all those plates. I even ordered a magnetic plate, but I didn't open it.
She has the side.
Oh, you have the Sidekick, okay. And the Big Shot Pro. You have both of them.
She has the Sidekick, the Big Shot, and the Big Shot Pro.
How
So
do
she's
you
had
like
to
the
buy
Big
up.
Shot Pro?
To try to get what she needs.
How do you like the Big Shot Pro, Teresa? Can you do me a favor, Teresa, and come on Stacy's channel if that's all right with Stacy, and
Yes, you
demonstrate
guys can talk about it. Yeah.
demonstrate your Big Shot Pro?
He said it's huge and hard to use.
Yeah. I had to ship it back, and it was getting it back in the original
But
box.
he may not have that thing even like set up.
Yeah. Oh, you're eating? Okay. Sometime that would be great if you could do that.
Okay, well, she said she can in a little bit. I'll
Okay,
send her the.
no rush. I'll be
send
on
her-
here all morning. No rush, Teresa.
I don't know. I'm just, yeah, I've been doing my research too and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah,
I
it's
love that
basically
adjusting.
the electric's out of my price range. And
it's an endless thing. There's some electric ones though for $100 if you're gonna spend $100, but you know, with those
yeah,
other.
but for what I'm wanting to do, they mainly
Yeah.
just do paper or just do fabric. I'm wanting one that I can do both
Sure.
in one unit. And if I gotta crank it, I gotta crank it, you know.
Yeah.
Because trying to get one that does the multiples, you know, the multiple materials in the electric, yeah, you're looking at a couple hundred at least.
I know. I've seen the prices.
And I can't do that.
Okay. Did you get my message, Willa? I see a
Or
yes
send it.
or no. Messenger.
Okay, let me go look. There's nothing on there.
Messenger?
Last thing was me sending you those links to those sealers for the diamond paintings. Oh, here. Yes.
Would help if I hit enter.
Been there.
Yeah. Okay.
The answer is yes, Stacy.
Okay.
Yeah, enter can be a good thing. It gets it to go to the other end. That was funny. Can't you stop making noise over there? Trying to get these little mouse tails done. And it's of course working with dark thread, so trying to not have a bunch of gapping. And not put them too tight so it causes the fabric to bunch and all that good stuff. I mean, I could attack the interfacing, but so far so good. Not doing anything fancy, I'm just basically whip stitching up a tail. The main thing is I've done these stitches across around here, which gives me my spacing. And it's just getting just to the other side.
Okay.
Oh, Linda.
Hi, everyone, and Willow, Ma.
Hi, Linda.
Hi. Good to see you.
Full house today. It's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see.
But no, I called an auction last night and I hadn't had any sleep. And then there was a second seller that was unexpected, which was fine. But it just, you know, thankfully they were doing their own paperwork, so I didn't have to like keep track of their sales. But I was glad when it was over, and just a few minutes later, I went to bed. Then I woke up about, I don't know, I went to bed about 8 or 9. I think it was about 9. And woke up at about, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 4 in the morning. And I woke up and I got something to eat, and I took my pills and let my food settle a little bit, and then back to bed I went and woke up a couple hours later. I finally got some sleep.
Yeah, when I was talking to you, I was like, I would have thought you'd at least caught a nap on the sofa there right after the auction. And you're like, nope, didn't happen. And I'm like, oh no.
I figured I would, and it just didn't happen. I was having pain levels, and and headaches. It's summer. I tend to get headaches in the summer because the cottonwood, it just screws up my world. But I needed to add a little air to my bed. So I did that, and that's what settled my back down. So because I was thinking pain level wise, I had just had an accumulative pain level going on from running errands for 2 weeks in a row and trying to work on the house. And I was thinking, I might have to get the left side ablation done this month, but I don't think I'm gonna have to because things have settled right back down. So I think it was just a cumulative pain level, which I tend to get sometimes, and just needed to add air to my mattress. So I did that, and yeah, it's settled right back down. So we'll see here. I'm still scheduled for the 18th, but they will be calling to confirm here sometime this week, a little bit later on in the week, and I will be able to tell them then whether or not we can move it up another month or but yeah, I think I'm going to be able to because it settled right down. So I have a gap here and it's driving me nuts. So that gap is getting filled.
Hello, Ashley and Teresa.
Oh, you're spinning again today.
Mm-hmm. And some alpaca that I've had for a long time.
Oh. Yeah, alpaca I can work with.
Yeah.
Sheep's wool, not so much, but alpaca I can work with. I love the feel of alpaca.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got spun spools of that, or they did have at the local mom and pop craft shop. And, it's regionally or locally, whatever, grown and, then sheared and spun, dyed, whatever. I got some of that to use for doll hair on some cloth dolls.
Yeah.
That I want to make here. I've got several patterns for cloth dolls. I've made a few, but I want to make a lot more. I don't know, I just enjoy the journey of making a cloth doll. The process of creating the doll, their faces, and garments for them, and slopers for them to, to put in file so that I have them for them anytime I want to make for them.
Teresa.
There's Teresa.
I'm going to make her. Give me a second here to flop things around so we can see what she's doing.
Cool.
Okay.
No guarantee. This thing is huge.
Where are you?
Chunk us all to the side. We want to see what's up.
I'm right here.
Oh, cool.
I was trying to find you in the back room.
See how big this one is? You see if I can look at the camera a little bit. Anyway, this one here, just to give you a little bit of an example. This is an 8.5 by 11 paper. I haven't used this much, so it's not really loose. I only use it with my great big dies.
Yeah,
And I have
that's like
four of those that Let me get this so maybe I can show y'all a little bit better. See, because away from this end, and I still have another at least quarter size piece of paper I could put here for it. It's really huge.
Wow.
So you could do like the 8.5 by 14s.
Mm.
Mm.
So it's a legal size paper it can handle.
Or you
Yeah.
could put several dies on it.
Right, this is an 8.5 wide paper here,
Yeah.
and it has space on the side. So I mean, you can tell this is a really large die cut machine, and it's really hard to use right now because I haven't used it a lot. Because Sig machines are made with the steel rollers.
You're cranking that, right?
I am. Sig machines are made with steel rollers, and they last a lot longer than the others.
Well, we couldn't get ours to crank through it. It was a bear.
Yeah, that's the way this one was when I first got it. I've used it a little bit, and now I can crank it a little bit. But the more you use it, the looser it'll get. That's the reason why I said, it's like, as you see, it slows down when you get to certain points,
Uh-huh.
and then it's hard to put back. It's because I haven't used it a lot and loosened the rollers in it. Now my big shot. Now this is the Pro.
Yep.
Now big shot. Oh,
So they've basically got to be broken in a bit.
they do. They got to be broken in a bit. And my big shot, I use a lot more. Now you see the difference, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's
the MIDI.
Difference, right? And it's kind of like almost like the difference in this one here. All
Yeah, that's
these
the mini.
these are
Yeah.
all Civics, and so this one I use a lot, and this one I use a lot.
Is
I'll
that a 6-inch Pro?
This one,
6-inch wide? No, not that one. The other one.
yes, this one's a 6-inch.
Okay. That's what I had ordered. Or, well, mine was 9-inch, I think.
Yeah, the 9-inch is going to be a little harder. The bigger you go, the bigger you go.
Right.
Ordered the Pro. That's what you ordered.
I got the plain big shot. But
Yeah.
it was great. It looked just like that one that you had up. It
The plain
looked
big
just
shot,
like,
6-inch.
okay, it looked just like the Pro that you had up, but it was a smaller plate, It wasn't as wide.
Okay, so the 9-inch is this one here that I had on here.
Okay.
Okay, that's the Pro. This is
Oh,
6-inch.
I guess mine was a 6-inch.
This
that
is
I
the
sent
6-inch, and this one is a 2.5-inch.
Right.
Yeah. So the
So
MIDI, the MIDI, and then you've got the Pro, which is the Maxi.
Right. I've got all three. The Pro I got because I have a couple that I make books,
Yeah.
and a couple of guys that makes books, and
Okay.
You needed the big dog for that.
right. And I've had them for a while. And what happened was my husband told me, well, get the big one. And so I told him, I said, that's really expensive. And he said, well, yeah, we'll just have to save up for it. So he passed away last October.
Mm-hmm.
So I had finally saved enough money for it, and I got it for myself from him for our anniversary in April. So that's going to be the last anniversary gift I get from him. So we would have been married 41 years.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
But that's the difference in the three.
Yeah.
And it's really huge. The next one, this one I use the most, but then with my little bitty dice, I use this one because I can take it everywhere with me. I set it in there in the living room and watch TV, or I sit here and I watch everybody else do stuff, and I sit here and do my die cuts and everything because while
nothing over 2.5 inch will work, but there's a
One
lot
thing
of
I found about that one that I got, sorry to interrupt you, but the plain Big Shot that I sent back, it's solidly made. It's really made nice, but we could not. My husband said, this is, he got in there and tried cranking. He did get one to cut. We tried different dies and followed the new ones have the directions right on that plate, And he said, wow, I can't believe they have metal rollers because it's just not gripping.
Yeah, they always have metal rollers, and it's not a matter of gripping. It's a matter of being stiff because it was new. A lot of that happens. A lot of that happens because it's new. Like this one here, you saw, and I'll have to work it a few times. I may even have to oil it to get it to go on through. But like I said, that's the reason why I like the Big Shot.
Yeah.
They are a little more expensive, true, but the problem with them being cheaper made is they don't last near as long. Now, my Big Shot, my original Big Shot is the black one. The original is an original Big Shot, and it's still going.
They started making those, I believe they said in 2009 or something like that. So it's been around for a while.
Right. This is an original. And and this little sidekick, the Civic sidekick, is really good.
Now that's about the size of the one I have, but mine's a WE Create or We Are or something like that.
We are memory keepers.
Yeah. And the reason I wanted to get a different one is I want to be able to cut more than one die at one time,
Right.
And not have to, I'm sitting here trying to push the plate in, it's so much hassle. And then the dies don't want to stay on there and they slip around and
yeah, that's why you use find your washi tape you don't like and tape it down.
Okay.
Like all dies are going to slide around, paper's going to slide around, but if you take that die, say, and you lay that paper, and a lot of people tell you to put your die down, then your paper, and then cut it face up. I don't like doing that. I like being able to see where my die's at, because a lot of times I have printing on my die on my paper, and I want to cut that printing out.
Right.
And if it slides before I get it through that hole there, I may cut off part of my printing, and that's not what I want to do. So I put it like this. Also, another thing that you might consider, and it helps to pull the die out too, is take a dryer sheet, and it can be a used dryer sheet or one that has not been used. Okay. Either way, when you cut, put the dryer sheet down, your paper down, and your die down.
Okay.
I'll be right back, ladies.
Okay.
Is the dryer sheet allowing it to grip better? Is that?
It will allow it to grip better, but not only that, it will hold on to the itsy bitsy bits and pieces that are in your die and pull those out too. It also will take the place of a shim. If you need a shim after a while, you will need a shim in your machine, because your rollers will loosen up and they will separate somewhat. I've had to take my machine apart once, my Big Shot apart once.
Okay.
And oil it and clean it and everything, because paper dust gets in it.
Yeah.
And so I took it apart once. I probably will not take it apart again. Yeah, you still have to oil them. It's a machine. You gotta take care of them.
Yeah.
And ever so often I will take my big shot, and I'll get me some air, some canned air, and I'll blast it real good. I'll turn it upside down, blast it real good. What I do like about it is you can take it apart and wash it. You just got to remember where the screws go, because there's a lot of screws in it.
I did notice that it seems like it's made real well. It's solid, you know. I did notice that with the one I ordered, but
right. Well, the one thing I like about the manual machines is my power goes off. Like today, my power hasn't been on very long because my power went out. We've been having some storms. But my power went out, and when it gets daylight and it's not dark in here, I can still sit here and do some die cuts. You know,
yeah.
Like this little picture frame thing right here. Well, actually, it's supposed to be a film strip.
Yeah.
And everything. So I kind of like it for a picture frame myself.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Now, somebody was asking me about bad dies the other day. This is a bad die.
Okay.
Okay. It looks good. It goes through the machine well. But the problem is where it's supposed to leave holes.
Uh-huh.
And the detail around it, it doesn't cut through enough. No matter how many times you cut it, it don't cut. Okay, so either it was uneven or it's just for some reason it just doesn't work.
Okay.
So this,
I've wondered about that if the die is too busy.
if I wanted to cut just some strips here or these little corners or this right here, it works great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but no, and it's busy to work much as they do. They're not made right.
Do you have you used any Temu dies?
Yes, okay. I have.
Because I have a lot of them, and I'm just kind of wondering.
Mine works great. Most of them. If they don't, I always take them as soon as I get them, and I cut with them. If they cut, let them know a rating, and they always give my money back.
Yeah, I noticed that about Temu. They're real good about that.
So, but they give you money back, and then you can turn around and reorder another die or whatever you want to do. I've got a few that don't work, and you don't send them back. They'll tell you there's no need in sending it back. You know, they just put the money back on your account. If say you're going to use Temu again, just have them put it back on your account, and it's there as soon as you know. But if they have to put it back onto your debit card or whatever, then it'll probably take 5 to 7 days to get it.
Yeah, I had an item of just a plastic box, a cheap storage plastic box that cost me $1 something, and I sent a picture to them that it arrived cracked, and they immediately refunded me. Immediately, exactly. Oh yeah.
Exactly. So I haven't gotten any complaints. I mean, anything that I've gotten that wasn't right from Temu has been great. I mean, as far as returning it. But see, this right here is the center of this die.
Okay.
It cut out great. It's this part that doesn't cut. And that's kind of part of what you want, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
But this right here is the size of an ATC card, so you could use the center of it as an ATC card.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool.
Well, thank you for that.
Anything else?
Thank you so much, Teresa.
Anything else you want to know?
Yeah, I appreciate you going over all of that. And, I'm just.
I've been doing die cutting for many years, since about 2013 maybe.
Oh, okay. So
I've been going through a lot of stuff. I've seen people use press and seal. You've seen that, right?
No.
You don't know what press and seal is. Let me see if I got somewhere. I've tried that. Oh, here it is. Hang on. Okay. Here. It's made by Glad.
Oh, crescent seal. Yeah, I know what crescent seal is, but I've never used it for crafting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I've seen people use it for putting with their dyes, because when you put it through your machine, you use it basically like you would like I told you to use the dryer sheet.
Yeah.
And I've tried it a couple of times, but it sticks so much to the paper that it actually rips your dye. So and this is cardstock.
Yeah.
So I don't want anything that's going to tear my dye up. I've done put too much work into it. So and another thing, if you do use dryer sheets that are not used, okay, if you haven't used them, make sure after a few times of using that dryer sheet, and you can use it more than once. After you use it, take your dye and clean it. Okay. Because it's got that waxy film built up on it. Then I take a little bit of cooking oil or whatever, and I put on it, and then I take a paper towel and I blot it real good.
Okay.
And then I run it through my dye machine with paper that I don't care about, like newspaper or something, and it takes all the out from in the creases and everything, all the oil out from in the creases, and they come out great to where they don't rust, because these are still these are still dyes.
Okay.
And believe it or not, after letting it sit, it will eventually rust. It takes a while, but it will rust. So it's like, this is a stainless steel knife, but because I hadn't used it in a while, it rusted.
Yeah, I have a steel ring, one of those poles that you put a ring on to size it. And I've had it for years, for when I sold on eBay and whatnot, to size a ring and stuff. And it's gotten rusty over the years. I saw it on the shelf and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, the moisture in the air will cause it to rust. That's what happened to my little knife.
I've had it for so long.
So, the only thing I wish they all had this feature right here, to where it's got the bottom on it that you set it down and it don't move.
And it sticks, yes.
Right, it suction cups to my table. I really like that idea. I wish my two other ones had it, because I had to fight with them on my glass top desk here. I had to fight with them. You see my coffee ring here? Everybody likes coffee stains, right?
Oh, no problem.
Yes,
Around
absolutely.
here, it's tea stains from Sis. I just drink water, so I don't leave much in the way of it.
This right here is Diet Dr. Pepper, but
Yeah.
I haven't gotten in there and got my coffee yet, because, like I said, my power's been off.
Oh,
So, but yeah.
Your power, so grab your coffee while you can.
Well, thank you so much for going over that, Teresa. That's very nice of you to get those out and demonstrate them. And
Oh, no problem. I don't mind.
I appreciate it too.
If I can show you anything or
Yes,
tell you anything.
absolutely.
Now, don't ask me about the electric die cutters. I don't have one, and I haven't ever.
yeah.
But if I were the person that were going to just use small dies, I would tell anybody, this is the one you want.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, because it does suction. And I'd start out with a cheap one if you don't know if you want to be a die cutter or not, because it does cost some money to get into die cutting.
I do have that. I have one that size, but yeah, I think that's a great pointer for people that don't have one.
Right.
I wanted to get a little bigger one, like the 6-inch, because I have a few dies here that I can't put in my smaller one.
Right.
And I also wanted to be able to cut more than one small one.
Are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You might want to check Marketplace and see if they have one. Someone has one they want to sell.
Yeah, I thought about it. I'm just kind of leery because if you get it and it doesn't work, or it's,
Well,
you know,
Facebook Marketplace has a guarantee that you get what
Yeah.
you.
that's true. They do.
Yes.
If you're the seller, they'll take the money right back out of your.
They will. They'll take it back from your
Mhm.
account.
You don't get paid. So
Right.
Yeah.
So you know they have that guarantee. So that's one of the things that I've liked about it.
mhm.
So that's one of the things I've liked about. That's how I got my original Sizzix.
Okay,
Is because I got it off of Facebook Marketplace.
sure.
And she bought it and she decided it was a little too much for her to handle and she sold it for $25.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told her I'd take it.
Yeah, some people get them
Yeah.
and they don't want
That's
to,
awesome.
you know, they decide it's not for them or whatever.
Exactly. When you know you get it and you decide it's not for you, sell it. You know. So sell it.
Well, my husband said kind of the same thing that your husband said. He said, because he was trying to help me with the one I got, and we said, just get a, maybe it'll pay to get a more expensive one. And yeah, anyhow, I'm thinking about push button mainly to avoid
Well,
the
if you
cramp.
have problems with arthritis and your arms and your shoulders, which I do, but
Yeah.
fortunately I can operate these. The big one you saw, I was struggling a little bit with
Oh, yeah.
because I haven't used it much, and that's the truth. And
Yeah.
I know why. I can't blame the machine for me not being able to turn it right yet. I will eventually.
Sorry for the interruption, Teresa.
Okay.
But on your big one, because you haven't used it a whole lot and it's stiff, do you ever consider just taking it out and just running the rollers to loosen it up?
Well, yeah, you could do that, but you got to remember it's got to have that pressure on them
Yep.
to make them turn loose. Because just running them through, it's kind of like sitting down and running with just your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going anywhere.
Well, that's true.
All right, sorry about that, ladies. You know how it is sometimes. You step away and the man catches you. Oh, you free for a moment? I need, you know, oh, gosh.
Of course.
We've been holding down the fort, honey.
We've been discussing.
But, I mean, putting down, just a couple of simple dies, like in the corners and one in the middle, making like a five of clubs or something, just, five, and just running.
Well, myself, I prefer to put it right in the middle.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
that it's best to put it in the middle.
right, because when you run it through, it will cause your plates to sway. That's no big deal because all you got to do is flip them over and sway them back. Okay, but a lot of people go, "Oh no, I messed up my plates," because they will start like a sway back horse. To somebody too heavy gets on that horse and sets too long, that horse will start being sway back.
Yeah.
Because you got the saddle, you got the person, you got and that horse will start being sway back. Well, you can't turn a horse upside down and sway it.
Yeah.
They don't. They just don't like for you to flip them over. But seriously, the dice.
Theoretically, Angela, every one of them will work. It's just how long they'll work for.
Yeah, I watched a demonstration on the
These? You talking about this one?
Gemini.
No, she's saying
On
she
the
saw
Gemini.
some on Temu.
Yes, I've heard they do. I've heard a couple of people say that they've ordered the ones from Temu.
Lena,
They've ordered the ones that cost about $32 or $35 on
Yeah.
Temu.
I was looking at those and I wasn't too sure.
You see my plates?
Yeah.
You can tell I've used it a little bit. But see, every time I use it, I flip it back.
But you know what, Teresa, I was watching all these demonstrations on YouTube, and even the new ones, like the Gemini. I was watching some on the Gemini. Junior and the Gemini too, and they're after they used it just twice, it bent the plates, and
A lot of pressure.
seems like just a standard thing, and just part of it. And
Yeah.
Well, Angela, you see my desk right here? My big one stays right here underneath of my desk. So all I got to do is pull it out and set it up. That's where my not my probe, my 6-inch cut. It stays right here under my desk.
okay,
Along with 3 cases of dies. I have 4 cases of dies, by the way.
Oh, and those were some really pretty stickers and dies you sent to Kelly Ann.
Oh, you mean the under the sea?
Yes.
Yeah, I got some pretty cute dies, that's for sure. And it's like I said, with the die machine and all, make sure it's what you want to do, because dies are expensive. Even on Tumo, where you want to get a nice die, you're going to pay $2-3 for it.
yeah.
And before you know it, you done spent $50-$60 on just dies.
I've gotten several, and I do know myself that I like cutting them. I like using them in the journal and stuff. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's something that you gravitate toward, then the investment in a larger machine, because you're going to be utilizing it way more,
Right.
yeah.
Like
is worth it,
this one, like I said, this is the one I use the most. And I did get the shim from Temu, because like I said, this is an original die machine. It's not a special.
Yeah.
It's an original, where they actually had these put together. They were screwed down on here, so you had to flip it open to use it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I need to clean it, because as you can see, I've used it. I did get the shim because I really like this metal shim. Okay.
And it didn't bend at all, did it?
Well, I did bend it, but running it back and forth and flipping it over and over in my machine has made a difference. And what I do is I put it down, then I put my cutting plate, and then I put my top plate on it. And that keeps it from bending too badly. But yeah, my suggestion, if you think you're going to like die cutting, is go ahead and get this one. Get the 6-inch machine. I'm not saying get the 6-inch. I'm saying get the 6.
That's what I sent back with the 6. But I
had the cricket.
I
had
want
the
to get the
6-inch.
button.
Uh-huh.
The button. I'm looking at the Gemini.
Right. I think
Either
Gemini
Gemini
has-
Junior or Gemini 1, I think it's called, or just the plain Gemini.
Kellyanne has the a Gemini, right?
Yeah, the Junior.
Yeah, she seems to like it pretty well.
Yeah.
And she does die cuts. I mean, she cuts up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you going through that, because you have so much experience with it. It's, it makes me feel better and more secure about a purchase, whether it be from whoever,
Right. Well, I'm not telling you to get the same ones that I have.
No.
This is the first one of the sidekicks that came out, by the way.
Yeah.
But what I liked about it, and I looked at a lot of them, is this part. It was worth a little extra money for it being able to sit still on my table.
Yeah. And like I said, they are made solid. That one I got from Amazon, just the plain big shot,
Right.
the 6-inch, it was solidly made.
Right. It was. So.
Yeah. So I have decisions to make.
Well, yeah, it's if you think you're going to gravitate towards wanting to do the die cuts and everything. But like you said, if you get one from somewhere, if you can't handle it, then send it back.
Yeah,
Hi, made by Pam.
that's the one nice
Hi,
thing about
Pam.
Amazon. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
All right.
I use mine, Pam. I keep it on my machine all the time. But like I said, my machine is one of the first Sizzix to come out, the big shots to come out, and it wasn't nothing special. It was just a machine. When they first came out, they were like $80, I think. Now they're a lot more. So,
Cool.
so my rollers have had plenty of time to loosen up and get going. So I really need a shim on it.
Come in here and see what's going on in my room. Oh, careful.
Stacy, was it you that was asking about my bone needle?
Nope, not me.
Somebody was asking me about my hand carved bone needle. This is one of them.
Oh, crochet hook?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I have some of those too. They're pretty cool. And
Yeah.
they're
Oh, that's cool.
hard to get. I got quite a collection.
Wow.
How do you like the bone needle?
Oh, I love it. I wish I could find the larger one. I need like a size, like a E or an F to finish up my baby blanket.
They command a high price on online.
Yeah.
So, Kim, you got an E or an F?
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell you what sizes they are. That's the problem.
Uh-huh.
Looky here. Who's that? Oh,
Oh my goodness, look here. Who we got?
we got Ajay.
Who we got here? What a cute
Hi there.
That's my grandbaby.
What's
Hey.
your name?
That's my baby boy. Yeah. That's my baby.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
RJ.
Oh, grandma's baby. What? Grandma's boy. You got to
I don't think this is going to work with this small of a needle.
Well, all right. You gonna go play?
But it's got the
All right, you go play.
pieces in it.
All right, you hand grandma's thing.
That's a little bit too big.
Thank you. Ducky ducky. All right. I'm gonna take the dusty.
That's not going to work.
Yep, white.
Now, I have a complete set of needles
Blue.
somewhere. My granddaughter came and stayed with me, and she took a lot of stuff and she stored it, and I have no idea where she put it.
Black.
So now I'm trying to work on a baby blanket because the granddaughter that I have is going to have a baby in November, a little girl, and so I'm going to have a great granddaughter.
Aw.
Is it
That's
great?
That's for the baby butt.
So I will have a great granddaughter.
Nope, baby candle.
Is it your first great?
No, number 5.
Wow.
Baby.
3 girls, 2 boys.
Nope, Caesars. This is why I had my daughter come over yesterday and do some rearranging in my room.
Uh-huh.
I have to start moving things up on a higher level because little man here,
He wants to play with them too, huh?
oh yeah, he wants to play. Not just like play, he wants to hand everything to me. Hand grandma everything.
Okay, I'm going to move this thing back out from under my feet, y'all. because it's the large, and albeit I forgot it and tripped over it. And I'm gonna make me
He
a pepper.
doesn't want to take off and run with it. Thank goodness.
Sounds like fun.
I'm back, y'all.
Welcome back, there.
Welcome back.
I had to go dig in the storage room.
No.
September, congratulations,
Go
Pam.
watch the movie, baby. Go watch Wally.
On your second.
A girl. Oh, congratulations, Pam.
But yeah, he likes. I got stuff on my work table, and he'll come in here and he'll hand me things while I'm sitting on the bed off of my work table. Yeah. Grab my camera. My daughter come in and she put my desk over here next to the wall. I had her move my shelving unit over here, and I've got to take everything off of it and redo it because it's a hot mess.
Oh my.
Y'all, I need about 5 people to come help me, and my area isn't that huge. It's just so packed.
Yeah.
And then, it overflowed
What
over
I've been
the
working on.
And I just keep looking at it going, man.
Yeah, I look at mine, I get overwhelmed. I'm just like, I really need to, but I don't want to. I can't. I don't know where the heck to start. You know?
Well, I can start, but then I poop out too darn fast. That's my...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Maybe
but
just
I've
a little.
been plugging every day. Every day that I can do it, I'm in there. And if I'm not doing that, here in the living room, I have basically a row of totes right over there of stuff to sort when I'm having to do the sit down kind of sort stuff. But I keep sorting. I just keep plugging along. That's all I can do. You're coming off. I'm going to use these singles and get those out of the way.
Come on.
Oop, I hear a little man.
Back over here on my side of the room.
Whatever it is, he ain't happy about it.
I told him no. Now use sign language too. Oh, that camera ain't for it. Hold on. Let's go fix the camera again. I don't know how your auntie managed to get it up there and it looks good, but me and Grandma screwed it.
No, I'm too low on
That's
the
awesome,
black
man.
faucet I've been using
Pam?
on this thing, so I had to go dig in the storage room
What's that?
and pull
Dude. Okay, thank you.
a bobbin of it out of my trays that I've got in there.
Alright, more Mama's in here.
Wow.
Which my walk
that's great,
pathway in
Pam.
the storage room is less than 12 inches, so
Wow.
but it will be organized as well. That's the thing. My craft organizing also includes organizing the library and organizing, because in the library is my books and my seasonal decor for the home. And my storage room, pretty much all the tools that need to go in a garage are in there because all we have is this little shed and there's no room. So it all came in the house and took up a room. Well, it's kind of become a collect-all too. And it also has my polyclay, my painting, and my needlework stuff. My needlework stuff is in a closet, and my paint stuff is in a little cabinet outside the closet. And the polyclay is down below in that same cabinet, but it's kind of oozed out. And also it has my fabric, which is like half the room, which is going to be culled down to less than that, far less. Because the fabric's going to be coming out and going on shelves in the craft room. And the majority of my needlework stuff is going to be coming into a cabinet into the craft room that was being used for office supplies. Now it's, now it's going to be needlework again. That's what it was going to be to begin with, but at the time, I had to use it for office supplies for that time. But the office has been moved, so that cabinet's been cleaned out. But it's just kind of an ongoing thing. I got all my ribbons and trims done. I've gotten my beadwork stuff done. I've been going through, I got all my papercraft into the chest of drawers that I intend for it to go into. There is a couple of totes that go into the storage room once the storage room has room. One of them is just some miscellaneous like plumbing and electrical type stuff. And the other is scrap wood that'll be going on a shelf in there. And they're currently still in my craft room, so I'm tripping over them. But there's also 2 totes of home decor, pictures and shadow boxes and stuff that just haven't gotten put up yet since we moved here, which is 9 years ago now. They're getting cold and put up where they're supposed to go to get them out of my craft room. So I've been hanging pictures and sorting through that stuff to cull it down and putting it in the room that it's going to go in and getting it out of my craft room.
Gosh, you're going to be a crafting machine once you get that room done.
Well, to get that finished, then the dresser that the ribbon and lace are in, which they were in that dresser, the bottom half of a chest of drawer, and a gigantic tote that was overflowing. That's all been culled down, and it fits in the dresser now. But that dresser needs to be moved, just kind of around the corner from where it's at now. So I'll have to pull the drawers and move that. Then there's a roll cart, a steel roll cart, that has basically just been used for my tools that I use frequently sitting on. It needs to be rolled over towards the storage room because that's where it's going to go. And then my bead tray cabinet will be moved over where it is now. And that opens up the floor space for my table. I can set up my table. But before I set up my table, I'm going to set up a couple of craft fold-up portable tables. Again, those things. And the fabric is coming out of the storage room. And I'm going to start sorting and culling all of that and get that done so that all that stuff that needs to go in the storage room can go into the storage room, and I can start organizing that properly with the fabric out of the way, because like I said, it takes up like half the room. It's going to be culled down by at least 70%. So.
Wow.
Oh, that's exciting, Pam.
It's a
I
lot
want
of
to get
work.
it down to exactly what I know I can use. Some of that stuff I've had for years, it hasn't gotten used yet. Why would I think it's going to get used now? So it's going to be gone.
So you're going to have a sale?
No. Donating to charity. I don't do sales. I haven't resold since the 90s. I'm not going back. At this point, it's just donated to charity. I'm sure that there are women that would love to be able to do some sewing at the SOS shelter. I'm sure there are some young ladies that would love to do some sewing at the Girl Scout Council. And, some of it will go to one of the thrift stores here in town. But yeah, I don't do that. All the shipping and packing and all that, I just can't do that and still do what I need to do here and get it done. So, nope, donation.
There you go. That's what I usually do.
I just can't deal with that right now.
If it's small enough, I'll send it in Happy Mail. If it's too big, I give it to the thrift store.
Yeah, I have done some Happy Mail, and I will continue to do some Happy Mail. But the rest of it's donation. But yeah,
Happy Mail, you need a truck for.
pretty much.
No.
But yeah, no. I just
saying.
I know.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
But yeah, there's certain people that I know are doing this or that or the other, and I send them a bit of Happy Mail. But you know, I also can't afford to do a lot of shipping on that kind of stuff and what have you. And
Exactly.
Yeah, and speaking of that, shipping goes up today, or the stamp
Yeah.
due postage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Thing is up to date. And all the changes where they're combining regular mail with ground with all that all together.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do sewing, I do quilting, I do. Now I'm going to be doing paper crafts. So there'll be some scrap fabrics and things that'll get used there. But like, I had dolls that were 3 foot tall, that were the size of a little girl.
Right.
2T size patterns is what she wore. I don't have those dolls anymore. The fabrics that I bought specifically to make clothing for those dolls, I don't need it. It's gone. You know, gone. There are things that I was making for the home at my old place.
For those that don't know, you'll have to understand that she is a seamstress. So when she's talking about making clothing, it's not just a little pinafore.
No, it's clothing. You know, I would make things for the home at the old place, and those things don't suit where I'm at now. So I don't need those fabrics anymore either. You know, when we moved here, the fabric just pretty much got chunked in the storage room to just get it out of the way for the time being, and I'd get through it later. Well, now's later. So there's certain, you know, there's home decor fabrics, there's garment fabrics, there's all kinds of stuff that I'm not going to need at this point in my life. I still have one 38-inch doll, but it's a very small, skinny, my size Barbie from the 70s, not the one today. The my size Barbie today is like 29 inches or
Damn.
something
If you
like
do
that.
that,
But she's skinny. It don't take a lot of fabric for her. She's a little tart. So
No. Yeah.
so Pam, if you do that sale, before you even think about doing it, be sure you have enough larger boxes, shipping boxes, and enough smaller baskets for people who only buy smaller items in a smaller amount, all ready to go to be labeled with the person's name before you even like
yeah,
Exactly.
not ready to go, and your stickies or whatever you're labeling that with are ready to go to be stuck on them things, because that's your biggest problem, is keeping everybody's stuff together.
yeah.
Organization.
And there will be people that come to the auction that will buy up, and you will end up sending them a box or two of large boxes. And then you'll have those that just, you know, it would fit in a gallon zipper bag, and, you know, so just a poly bag for those. So yeah, have baskets and boxes and whatever's ready to label, because, you know, people
Yeah,
buy.
definitely have an assistant, like Angela said, somebody that's on the sidelines that can help you take note of who bought what.
And shove them in the proper box.
Yeah, having somebody in the background, just managing the stuff when you pass it off. You know, this goes to such and such, this goes to such and such, and then documenting or pinning it to the fabric or something, so that you know how much each item was and who it goes to, because it's going to move fast on you.
And you gotta be sure you write everything down, because you cannot guarantee 110% that your video is going to be on YouTube. Because things happen once in a while.
Yep, it happens.
And God forbid you lose your whole sale.
Yeah,
you have
go back.
no clue who got what.
Be right back.
Because when I was doing just small sales on my channel, I had to have an assistant beside me to take things and write on them who went to what, and then put it aside, and also write down on a notebook, hey, who bought what and how much it was for. It was, yeah. I pinned a towel up against my window curtain. Does it help block out some of that brightness over here, guys? It's still bright down here, but it was just blindingly bright over here when I had the beams on.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right.
My prescription that I called in mid-week last week is finally ready now.
Come back.
During the week, which means it probably won't get picked up until next weekend. Kind of nutty. Don't know what that. I love these. They're like, you know, a great big. I use these on my table. I use them to remove Sharpie. And
Alcohol wipe?
because these things are like a wet wipe, but they're alcohol. I use alcohol for a lot of stuff because it evaporates. But like this tray that I pulled has got a barely recognizable wording on here. I got this secondhand. I don't write on Sharpie on my trays. But yeah, it needs to go. But yeah, it takes gunk off and everything, but then it evaporates. It's
Hi, Jessica.
just way easier. These things have tape
Hi,
on them.
Hi, Jessica.
Looks like this tray's probably gonna have to get soaked because it's got some like adhesive or something on it.
Oh. Jessica?
These were actually on clearance at our little mom and pop thrift store. I see Scotch tape and another label there as well. I got this somewhere. I don't remember where. I don't know if it was a rummage sale or what, but it's full of the over-dyed flosses, and I have checked with some of my fancy brand name over-dyed flosses, and the colors match. So these are pricey over-dyed flosses that are just bulks, probably from kits and stuff.
Willow,
No, if you
Angela's asking you a question.
Oh, how did I forget to bring the chat up? Durr.
Willow, do you have trim and applique that you wouldn't mind selling?
I've already been through that stuff, and either Happy Mail's already went out or it's already went to donation. It's gone. I didn't.
What are
have
you
a whole lot
looking
of
for
appliques.
exactly, honey? Are you looking for laces, or are you looking for edging, or are you looking for center?
Yeah.
Looking for thin? You're looking for wide? You're looking for, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if anybody has any in their stash, Happy Meal doesn't just come from me.
She's like, all of that.
But
Is your
piece of
All
tape.
of that.
can we find your mailing address in
Are you a part of Beth's group?
yeah, that's what I was getting at. Thank you.
This tray's old.
Yes.
Got a whole lot of layers of funk on it. Usually this stuff is cleaned up right away, but for whatever reason, this one just ended up in the storage room. I want to put these trays on, or these threads on bobbins, and then the tray will go to the sink to get scrubbed.
Now, are you looking for certain color families, or are you just looking for a little bit of whatever? Because some people have preferences on what they work with,
I think she's just stash building, it looks like.
I said, I'm just building that part up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's just stash building.
So are you looking for tidbits or whole pieces?
Yeah, all right, snippets or
You
yards.
got a whole clan of chicks up here that have got stuff.
Oh yeah, I
They
got
got
lots of
stuff.
too.
He says,
If they don't have it, I got it.
Oh, I know, Angela.
Anything. All right.
I'm just saying that what I did have is gone. It's
Careful when you say anything.
Yep.
Not end up with anything.
So,
Because you will end up with anything.
Things.
I'm a stuff collector.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honey, so am I.
Pam too.
I need a shisha. Point blank. I need a space all to myself.
Like I've got this right here. It's kind of a greenish gray, but it's a yarn. Can you believe that? It's a yarn. It's not a lace. It's a yarn.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of thing before. People make shrugs and those,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know, those tubular things that they put around their neck.
I have this little roll right here because I took apart something that someone was making, and I ended up with this and this and this and this.
I'm trying to figure out here.
Because I think someone was trying to get in over their head making something. And that's the truth.
That
Because
happened.
who knows? Experts can make things look easy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Experts can make things look so easy, and people will end up getting in over their head, and they'll end up throwing it away. I got this at a thrift store near my home because I was looking for. It had 3 rolls of this in it. So I like to use this as like on my pages and stuff like that. But I'm trying to crochet with it. You can't use a small needle, but a large needle would be too big for it. Okay,
Yep.
a small needle wouldn't turn this part. So I got it because I thought that I could use it, and so I've got this. I've got some of this here.
There's something.
I've got some of this here.
I know there's a needle in this thing somewhere because I can hear it clicking.
So,
Yeah, my area doesn't have enough space either, Pam.
very little eyelash trim. Is that the kind of thing you're looking
Pretty
for?
organized though.
Is that the kind you're looking for? Anything like that? Because you need to say what you like. If you don't like it, you may end up with it if you don't tell.
She's like, yeah, something like that's not something I'd choose.
There it is, the button. I knew there was something
Now the
black
burgundy
around.
thing,
It
is
was
that
driving me-
something you're thinking of for a specific project?
Wow, that's another pearl button. That's a nice button.
And beads is a very broad subject too.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Yes.
Oh
I have
yes.
no idea.
Because I
Not
can
beads, I've
send
got.
you scrap jewelry and you can take apart and get all the beads you want. You can deconstruct and collect your own beads.
Yeah, there's a lot of the ladies in the reselling community that sell craft bags and wearable bags of jewelry. And you can usually get them pretty cheap. And you take
Yeah, or
part-
you can, when I get ready, or you can just come see me.
Now see, I like any kind of beads. I like any kind of beads.
I will be doing a sale next month, toward the beginning of the month. And I have these mixed bead bags that I'm going to be selling. All different sizes, shapes, types. You ready? The low, low price of $2 a bag.
How much?
2 each.
2?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
At your sale next
And
month.
it's going to be whatever is in the bag. Mystery bag of beads. There's wood, plastic,
giving
could
you a
be
heads
wood,
up,
plastic,
y'all.
glass, metal. Could be
Have at
beads.
it, you guys.
Other findings in the sense of spacers or other things. Some even have like parts of old snaps. So a metal, that has a whole, anything that a string can go through basically.
Oh, beads on the trim. Gotcha.
So
I'm looking for little buttons.
Okay, she's looking for more like
Mhm.
bead fringe. The
mhm.
trim that has the beads.
Of all the things that
Things
I
on it, that kind of
think
thing.
I have, beaded fringe.
Oh, I have some of that.
Oh yeah, beaded fringe.
You're,
I missed that. I haven't seen that in a long time.
but yeah, y'all. And if anybody saw
Yeah.
that and just interested, just let me know. You can drop me an email. I got plenty.
I keep looking for one of those Barbies like you have, Willow.
I've had her for several years,
Yeah.
She is a brunette, which is even more rare. They're mostly
Right.
blondes.
Exactly.
I absolutely love her. She's the one Barbie that I will definitely sew for.
Yeah, and they're all
Oh,
4
no.
ounces or
That.
over.
I do have a couple of the smaller, 11.5-inch Barbies.
Right.
But they are the articulated ones, aside from the brunette repop of Barbie #1 back in the day. They remade her for an anniversary, and I got her at an auction in her little box and everything for just a few bucks. And she's a brunette as well. I tend to prefer the brunettes and the redheads, but I do have some blonde dolls. I mean, that just happens because most dolls are blonde. But yeah, I love my size Barbie. But yeah, they're not cheap. When you do find a decent one, they are not cheap. I paid up for her a little bit, but not too much. I used to basically troll eBay looking for dolls that were not listed well, so they didn't keyword up and stuff. So more often than not, you got them for start bid. And that's how I got most of my dolls.
I still have my
I could not afford the prices. I can count on one hand the number of dolls in my collection that I paid up on. And I have a pretty large collection of dolls, and I have culled them twice. So yeah. But modern dolls, most of my dolls are vintage, but modern dolls, I do have Robert Tonner did like 16 to 18 inch, they're Barbie-like, but yet not, adult fashion dolls. And I have several of his dolls. I love sewing for them. But otherwise I have the Glue Baby Face. Those are the only toddler dolls really that I have now. They were made in the 80s. And Ideal, the Chrissy Grow Hair doll family, the Miss Revlons. I have the 22, the 20, the 18, and the 10-inch Miss Revlon dolls, including the 20-inch articulated Miss Revlon. I had to pay up for her. I don't know. I have, trying to think. I've got several Madame Alexander dolls. I've got a vintage Sissy, a modern Sissy. I've got a vintage Elise. I've got a vintage 20-inch. I guess she'd be considered a toddler doll. She's huge. She's heavy. I have an original Pleasant Company American Girl Samantha. I
have the 1977 Cricket doll.
Mm-hmm.
I have my original Penny Bright.
Yeah.
Only it has one brown eye and one blue eye, so she's really, really rare.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's cool.
I have a vintage Penny Bright and then the repop Penny Bright. Just one of each. Dawn by Topper. She's a little 6-inch 60s fashion doll. I have a couple of Italian 60s dolls. Let me think.
6. I could have sworn they were like 5. Or...
Yeah, you may get away from that.
I could have sworn Dawn's were like 5-inch.
No, they're 6-inch.
Okay.
I got some Dawns.
Hey, I'm trying to remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got
Way back
Yeah,
when, Stacy?
Yeah, way back when.
way back when.
When we were traveling across the country in our covered wagon. Yeah.
You had a covered wagon? Mine was open.
Yours was open? Oh.
Yeah, I
Sorry
didn't have
about
a wagon. I just rode horseback. The dolls were just kind of hanging off the horse's patootie, you know.
Those Ingalls made my wagon.
You still have the Chrissy? No, the Chrissies I had were the fat ones.
Yeah, the baby.
Bad.
Yeah, the baby Chrissy.
I had the beautiful Chrissy.
I had a baby Chrissy, but I don't know. It's like I couldn't.
I had
bond with her.
quadruplets.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into baby Chrissy.
I was never into dolls. Sorry.
I wasn't into dolls as a
I
kid.
had when I was a kid.
I
And I
had
was
stuffed animals. I like
spoiled rotten. The only doll I wish I still had was my original Shirley Temple.
Yeah. Yeah, I've almost bought Shirley Temple a couple of times, but I think in part, my mom had a thing about Shirley Temple because when Mom was little, Grandma always wanted to dress her in dresses and sausage curls and the whole thing because she absolutely adored Shirley Temple.
My mom
So
did
many-
that to me.
My mom did not have a thing for Shirley Temple at all. She, she had like PTSD from her childhood because she was a tomgirl like me. And so I never got a Shirley Temple doll because I didn't want it, like staring her in the face, prompting her PTSD kind of thing from her childhood. So.
Oh, I love Shirley Temple movies, and I love Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
But I didn't do dolls, and as a small child, or even still to this day as an adult. No, dolls are creepy. I can't say too much. I do have 2 Amish made style dolls where they have no faces.
Yeah.
But they're made out of antique linen, and they're handmade. And they were given to me by my stepmom, so those I do have. Those are the only dolls that I own.
Yeah, I've actually made the Amish dolls before. I used to like the look of like the Amish quilts and, a little shelf, above a little mini quilt with, a couple Amish dolls sitting on the shelf. Then I researched the Amish and I was like, no. It just wasn't a cup of tea, so. It's an interesting culture, but it just wasn't for me. But, I don't know. I've just got a lot of dolls. I don't have like my book. I have a journal that I could pick through and tell you all the dolls I've got. I don't have that on hand here, and it's not updated since my last call. So, yeah, I've got a lot of dolls, and I'm looking forward to being able to get back into sewing for them. I want to like take a specific doll and just sew for that doll and create an entire trousseau for them, or wardrobe, and then move on to the next one. I think that would be fun. I'm sitting here like French knotting these, and I'm just like having a total brain fart on how I was doing it. Durr. done it a million times, but my brain's just not.
Are you a little foggy?
Every once in a while I do this when it comes to knots. I can be nodding along and then just all of a sudden. It'll come to me here. Yeah. Now I'll do this. I'll untie one and
I'm doing my best to try to teach myself to put things back as I take them out. I'm not learning very well, but I'm trying to remember.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Get all wrapped up in what I'm doing and forget to put things back. Probably why I can't find what I need when I need it.
Most likely, darling. Most likely.
Alright, there we go. My green finally engaged again.
That worked real well.
Here's that. Down. Yeah, these are long. These are good 4 or 5 foot. And several of the strands. Basically, these are hanks.
I love Hanks.
Me too. Especially overdyed flosses. I love overdyed. I love the intricacy of overdyed flosses. You know, like the blending filaments and stuff like that you use with cross stitch and needlework. I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. This one's kind of a bird's nest. There we go. Just had a thread clinging in a place it didn't belong. She probably won't eat a whole lot, sis, because she had kibble earlier. Yeah, these are just, they created like a French loop here, and then they just kind of ran the end through it, and it's like watered around their palm or something, I don't know. It's weird. Not the way I do it anyways.
What are you doing over there, Papa's bed? Quit pushing buttons. Come here. Hey, boo. RJ. Hey. Making the head of Papa's bed go down. Okay, Bee-Boo, that's enough. Come here. You're going to have Papa's bed all jacked up. He's going to be going, what the fuck happened? I said jacked up. I didn't say nothing wrong.
What you said after it?
I said what?
I can't repeat it.
Ooh. She said CRAP, dear.
Oh, that isn't what it sounded like to me, but all right, cool. All right.
I didn't say anything bad.
All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. It didn't sound like that to me.
That's what I heard anyways.
I'm just a girl. I didn't do nothing wrong, Mom. Fuck you.
Excuse me.
I don't see what these boys over there doing that couple side of the room.
Girl, you need to go through your Facebook list to correct the limit.
What are you doing? You need something over. Oh, goodbye. Come here, you. And I want to take the baby. Ooh-wee. We got ooh-wees.
Glad there's not smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Your mama change your butt. Your mama change your butt. Cute. Ooh-wee. Cute. Mama needs this. No, we can't have that yet. That has this first. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Well, I think I got
Did you get a TV? What time did you get up this morning?
I don't know. I might need a gallon bag for that.
What time was that
Maybe
go
I'll grab one.
this morning? Worry? These things worse. They're looking like hard plastic drive. I know, Mama was moving slow. Alright. Up to you, love you.
Hey, baby girl.
Go throw your diaper away.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. Go throw your diaper away. Oh. That's your cooking bowl. Go throw away your baby? No. You gotta go over your doorway. Go to throw it away. Come on. Boom. No, don't look at Grandpa's bed like that. Come on. Come on. Go throw it away. No, be careful. You'll probably hear Tim's hospital bed going up and down and around and all that stuff. Because he's playing on Papa's bed. Ow! Bump your head. No. Careful, don't fall. You're gonna get stuck. Come on, baby. Oh, goodness. Careful. Oh, goodness.
All right, Angela.
I turned the TV on in here in my room. I have the volume down very low so that little man has entertainment in here. Let me know if you can hear it.
Not that I can tell so far.
Okay.
Anybody hear any background TV or anything? No?
No.
No.
Okay. I don't want you getting dinged. That's my thing.
Of course, AI can hear what we can't.
This is true, but
But I don't hear it at all.
just trying to be safe, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, the television is on in the front room, but he's in here with Mama, so. So he'll be in here with Mama until Papa comes home from watching his cousin Ari. So he's down at our other daughter's watching the 3-year-old granddaughter. Yeah, is that right, you do?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Heated me up some. Oh, sorry, Sable. Heated me up some lunch. So as soon as I bag this up, I'm gonna have me something to eat.
He's happy. He's over there on Papa's bed. And he's watching TV. And the only thing he doesn't have is his cup of milk. With a cup of milk, he probably lay down and take a nap. That would be knocking on wood if it happened, but you know.
Alright, this can go to the sink. And get scrubbed. Oh, I forgot the button. Button will go in the jar. I've got a big cheese ball container full of nothing but individual buttons. About, I don't know, a little less than half full now. But,
I got one of them little bit containers of buttons that you get at the Dollar Tree. I miss having the biscuit tins from that you get at the holidays. Got the shortbread butter cookies in them that you get. Grandma and Mom, all the grandmas and moms always had them things just chock full of buttons. I used to play in them things for hours as a kid. And then they let me just choose buttons then on. It's like, okay, and then they give me like a secret in to hoard buttons in.
well, I went through, it used to be full. I went through and pretty much got rid of all the little plain white shirt buttons. Because I've got, you know, quantities of them and did not need endies of them. And that got rid of like half the jar.
Yeah. No.
And then I've gifted some as well. What I got left is my keepers. So. Because, like I said, it's just indie buttons. It's the ones that I don't have matches to. They're just individual buttons. But they'll work good for paper craft, that's for sure. But anyways, I'm just gonna give me some lunch here real quick.
Enjoy it.
I need to put something in my stomach.
I think you said you actually heated something up this time, so it's not cottage cheese today.
Oh, but I like cottage cheese. It's pretty good stuff.
I love cottage cheese. Tina hates cottage cheese.
I hate
When I
it
eat
too.
cottage cheese, it just kind of makes her, you know, look a little nauseated.
Yeah. Now I can do it if it's like, you know, cooked into something, you know, like a lasagna or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But just sit down and eat curdled milk, there's something just wrong about it.
hmm But I like yogurt.
Oh,
Okay.
I love yogurt. If it's
Like
flavored,
yogurt too.
if it's flavored with fruit.
I made my son-in-law gag one time because his girls would come to my house and the first thing they'd do is go to my refrigerator and grab my yogurt. And he's going, no, girls, y'all don't like this.
Yeah.
But they love yogurt. So do their kids.
My grandkids love yogurt.
I don't mind yogurt, but I have to be super careful reading the labels that they don't have any of those sweeteners in them.
Right.
I cannot do the sweeteners.
No.
My stomach does not like them. aspartame gives me migraines and seriously nauseates my stomach. Yes, I'm diabetic, but I can't do the sweeteners, so I do whole foods, and I am just mindful of my numbers to make sure that I have enough protein to accommodate any carb I eat and keep the carbs limited, you know. But what I'm eating right now is some beef noodles. It's just simple ground beef, ground with onion in it, and egg noodles and a couple of seasonings. Sometimes make it just with, you know, like some brown gravy. Just beef, noodles, and brown gravy. I'm a person that does not like complex foods. I like simple foods. I am totally not into fusion foods. I haven't, you know, I like my old fart diet. And I've always liked my old fart diet. So. The only thing I don't do is put the Metamucil in the cornflakes. Aside from that,
It's so yummy. I don't
hey,
put
I did in-home care for people.
I just have a few prunes.
There are
in
a
the morning.
lot of people that like put Metamucil in their cornflakes or their grape nuts or whatever, and because it's what they need. You know, this was back before they had like Beneful, and you know, that's all there was Metamucil. And yeah, put a lot of Metamucil in the cornflakes, but never eaten them. They've never been mine.
Don't get me wrong, I like cornflakes, but I like my Wheaties too, like my bran flakes. No, don't give me that gum Metamucil. Yeah. That's just disturbing.
But I don't know, I've just always loved simple flavors. Like I said, a little brown gravy, some egg noodles, some ground beef. I do like onion in my ground beef. Mix it up. Maybe a little salt, pepper. I'm good. I can make that up and eat on it for days. Sometimes I don't want brown gravy concept, is just like some cheese. It's like mac and cheese with beef in it. Not a bunch of flavors, just a little salt, pepper. Like I said, onion in the ground beef when it's brown. And I'm good to go. If I get spicy, I might put a little garlic powder in it. I don't like hot foods, you know, as in pepper, spicy, you know, like jalapenos and all that, cayenne. I'm not into that. I like Tex-Mex, but it's got to be mild. Mild, not overly salted. I've just never liked complex foods.
Got your feet up high enough yet? Got your feet up high enough? Okay, you put them back down. Okay, that's it. They don't go down no more. Push another button. You're grinding the motor. Listen up. Quit, you're grinding the motor.
It's like chicken and some rice and some cheese and some broccoli florets. And that's a meal.
Ah, Russ. Where's the little sauce? Ow, 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 ow.
One thing I'm not big on is barbecue. My family loves barbecue. I can do with it or do without it. Don't want it very often.
Are you talking about sauce? Are you talking about sauce or rubs?
It don't matter. I mean, I tend to prefer sauce. I tend to prefer it on the side, aka, you know, make me a hamburger, make me a steak, and if we're gonna do barbecue, I don't want it like marinated in it. Just put it in a little bowl on the side and I can dip it. I tend to like not overly spicy barbecue. It's a bit sweet. You know, like got a little molasses in it or something like that. But I don't want gazillions of spices in it and all that. It's just simple, just a simple basic barbecue sauce that's a little on the sweet side. I don't eat a lot of it.
I like the
Like I
barbecue
said,
sauce on the tangy side.
Yeah, Mama taught me how to make my own.
yeah, I don't want it marinated in it and then rubbed over it and then poured on it, and you know, because that's complex flavor. I don't like that. Make me steak and I'll dip it and I'm good.
I don't eat it very often, but I like it as plain as you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be able to taste the meat, not the everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That's why I like slow smoked meats.
Well, like, I love a good ribeye. Little salt, little pepper. Then I can dip it in Worcestershire or barbecue. You know, super simple. I have occasionally done, you know, the marinade.
Mm-hmm.
Even that's pretty simple. Teriyaki, or on rare occasions, sometimes some lemon pepper. I usually like my lemon pepper on pork chops versus a steak.
Don't really like lemon and pepper. I like lemon herb, but I don't really care for lemon pepper.
I like the lemon and herb too. I love the Mrs. Dash lemon and herb.
You can't find lemon and herb here anymore. It's all lemon pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could. Or at least find a recipe and let me make my own.
Yeah. Look online. Chances are there's a bootleg recipe for Mrs. Dash lemon and herb, because it's just, you know, the lemon where you grate the skin and
Right.
let it dry and then grind it to powder. That's what they use.
Right.
It's just lemon skin and probably some paprika, maybe or not paprika, parsley.
Right.
And
That's what I
couple
said.
of other-
If I could find a bottle that has the ingredients, I can make my own.
Mhm.
Just
That's where a lot of your fakes come from. The recipes
Right.
for you know, like restaurant food, stuff like that. Is
right. It's like
you know, people have a discerning palate and can tell. And then they just start experimenting. You know, it's like, I know this, and this is in it. So it's just figuring out how much of this, and this, and you've got it.
Exactly.
That's where a lot of your fake recipes come from.
And most of the time, if you think about it, your fake recipes end up being better than the ones that were original.
Yeah.
Because it's
something in it that just doesn't suit your palate, you know. You find out what that is and take it away.
Right.
And
or you add to it what you do like.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a shaker card, y'all. I'm building it up. I'm experimenting. I'm thinking about going on overnight with Lisa and Tanya.
No, put it back, baby. Put it back. Grandma don't eat stuff off the shelf, honey.
Oh boy, she made me big. What's up, girl? Want to see the things I made?
Mama don't need her mouth to watch neither.
Well, let's see here. I put some trim on these little tuck tags or whatever you want to call them. Call them what you may. For putting in journals.
Go see if we can't find you the cup of stuff.
Cute.
Oh, those are
Very
cute.
cute. Very pretty.
One's got a picture of. Come on, focus.
Angela is asking you, Pam, if you will follow her on her Voice of Angela Adele account, please. I'm on this one more. I followed you on the account I'd like you to be on. So I think that's the account that she's wanting you to follow her on.
Pretty.
Because she sees it more often. She's in there
Okay,
more often.
okay. Angela Adele, okay. I gotcha. Just putting some trim on some of these that I started when I was at the cabin. I put a little tab on this one.
Teresa, oh, you're making a card.
Just finishing some of these up. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling where you're when you go to the cabin, you're limited on your supplies. So oftentimes you have things that you finish once you get home. You get as far as you can while you're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then we got spinning wheel going round and round.
Yes. Going around here.
Quiet as a church mouse, Linda at the helm.
Yes.
I just had that.
Huh?
Oh, you're wearing your socks.
Yes, I am. Yep. I wear mine all year round.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Mama, taking it away. You cannot play with stuff like that and I'll make you sick. I'm walking, taking it away, putting it up, and keep on getting.
Getting this angle down pretty good now.
Yeah, I noticed that. I accidentally did that, so I'm going to try to mark it on the tripod so I know about where it's at, so I can get the whole,
Yeah,
the
we
feet
see
and the
foot
hands,
rolling,
everything.
we got the hands, got the spinning wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I'm getting wore out, y'all.
What me? It was Restream.
Kellyanne.
Oh, is that what that was? I noticed it.
Hi,
I was
Kit.
cleaning the house and doing things, and
Hey,
I noticed you
Kelly.
had another link. I'm like, okay, let me try that one.
Yeah,
this is
she's trying to
StreamYard.
figure it out, and it just wasn't going, so she ended up having to move from Restream to StreamYard.
Okay.
It just wasn't cooperating. It wasn't letting anybody up on panel. It kept saying the link was foul and blah, blah, blah.
Alrighty.
Blah, blah, blah.
But that's how we ended up on StreamYard, was because Restream was not working.
Cool.
Look at you come back from a
Yeah, hubby had a doctor's appointment this morning and everything turned out good. He just was fighting sinuses this weekend, starting Friday. And slept most of the weekend just to deal with the pain. So, but everything else checked out good. And that was awesome.
That's good.
And, yeah.
Oh, there's
All
them,
his
man.
cholesterol, his good and his bad, and all that good stuff, everything. I said, yay!
I'm glad you
Hey,
had
John, John.
a good one.
Mm-hmm.
John,
Yeah, as you get older, those are the things you want to.
Mm-hmm. Get checked out and stuff. He's getting pretty good about it the last couple of years.
I'm glad somebody had a good number to come back. Mhm.
I was waiting for him to call me after his appointment.
My phone numbers are all messed up. They're all over the
Hey,
place.
John, John.
Hi, John, John.
Hi, John John.
Hey,
Hi,
John, John.
John.
Hi, Kel.
Whew.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad he finally decided to just kind of sit down and chill. Grandma's getting tuckered out. Giving me a run for my money. My knees ain't feeling it, boy. I ain't liking it. What was that?
Yeah, I seen that.
It just moved us all around.
Yeah, all by itself.
Yeah.
Tired of being in the same place.
Everybody came back. Yay.
That was wild.
Oh, look at the magic I could do. You didn't see my hands come off.
No, didn't see it at all. I know I'm gonna get a pill after a while. Not some Tylenol, something. I'm never gonna get these tiny peas bagged up today. I got to sort them.
What, sweetheart?
They're different colors and they're all mixed up. These too. back up here one more. Now what we gonna do? Yeah. Okay, I'm walking in with her. You got it itchy? You want more carpet? Is that better? Mama just watching everybody do their thing.
Hi, Huawei.
Hey, Huawei.
Hi, Huawei.
Hey, Huawei.
Bingo.
It ain't bingo yet, girl. Still got a little while for that.
Yep.
What, a couple, 3 hours, something like that. But at least it's back. It wasn't there last weekend. Because he was on vacay.
I was like, other than Johnson, who else? There's something going Wirecrafting over on Stephanie's channel, maybe? It's on Stephanie's channel, or maybe over on Joe's for that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I went to Ann's bingo that afternoon.
She has it on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyways, I went to hers, but I didn't win anything there. I still won a prize last week though, because I'm doing a like a free block of the month quilting thing on a website, and they had a prize or a giveaway thing, and I got an email the other day that I'd been chosen on the giveaway. They're doing, I don't know, 2 or 3 different prize packages of quilting notions, fat quarters, that kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know which one that I won.
That's nice.
But it's on its way, so I'll find out when it gets here.
Cool. Yes,
It could be a fat quarter pack to do that block of the month. I haven't started it yet. We're into like week 3, but I haven't started it yet because I've just been so busy doing other things. But you don't have to do them then. You know, you just get the patterns and do them whenever. But you know, I could put if it's the fat quarter pack, I could just put it with the pattern and
Hey, Slim.
you know.
How's it
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
going?
Mhm.
This is this tiny human. This human is my
Hi, Cal.
my grandbaby. This is RJ.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's your grandson.
Hi, Slim.
Hey, Slim. I just got done eating.
Hi, Slim.
You can have all the bagels you want, Willa, or Huawei. I don't do bagels.
I'll be right back.
Okay, dear.
Right now, a bagel and cream cheese sounds really good, but I couldn't do it right now if I wanted to.
Every once in a great while, I'll have a bagel that I've split in half, and the other half goes back in the package because I just eat the one half with cream cheese. But last time I did that was probably 8-9 years ago.
Oh man.
So I can definitely, do without them. I'm not big on toast either, so I'm not a just bread person.
Tomorrow I go to the dentist and I get my fitting done. Get my gums on, maybe get me some chompers so I can bite into something and chew it proper. Where you going, baby?
Well, that's
Done
cool.
laughing?
When Slim gets done eating, they're gonna make a video.
Alright, I'm gonna go. No, Grandma don't eat her mouthwash. Don't get me wrong, there are sometimes people think I might need to have my mouth washed out, but I don't get my mouth washed. Yeah.
So Slim, is this like a hybrid wolf? Is that what I'm looking at your about page. Day in the life with me. Ever wonder what it's like to live with a wolf dog? Well, now you can find out. Join me and my wolf dog Maximus. Oh, I love that name. On our journey as we explore life together. From fun hikes to silly photo shoots. This channel will cover it all. Subscribe now and take part in our everyday adventures as we do things as well as craft, cook, chat, and have some good fun.
I had
Cool.
a friend of mine, he had a mixed breed. They're part wolf, part dog. Beautiful, beautiful animal.
Located in Canada.
Hey, you're making messes over here, mister.
Whoa.
I don't care. You're dragging things out from underneath the edge of my mom's bed that don't need to be drugged out.
Oh, interesting. Well, I showed your channel some love, Slim, and we'll check out some of your vids.
Well, then get
Because
your
I am
butt
sure that
back
is
up there.
definitely an interesting life having a hybrid. That's what they call them here in the U.S. Anything that's wolf and dog, they call them a hybrid wolf.
I used to have a timber wolf. He didn't bark. You couldn't even hear him growl.
Yeah, some of them are like that. Yeah, I seen that you're a Canuck Canadian. Yeah, I think Canada calls them wolf dogs, but the U.S. calls them wolf hybrids. I don't know why.
Depends on who you're
That's
talking
delightful.
about. It's a wolf dog.
Delightful verbiage from one country to another. I'd be curious to know what, like Britons would call a wolf dog mix.
Ask
Like the
Norway.
Irish and, I don't know. I'm weird like that.
I'm back.
Like around here, it's aluminum foil. In Britain, it's aluminium.
Oh, really? Huh. Wow. Interesting.
Apparently, they've started calling it tinfoil,
No, it's
which
not
is what.
aluminum. It's tinfoil.
Well, wait.
I
So
know.
what do they call wolf dogs in the UK?
They're calling it tinfoil there now, but we were calling it tinfoil like in the 50s. It's just interesting.
I don't think I've really ever called it aluminum foil or aluminium even. It's always been tin foil or just go grab me the foil.
Oh yeah, yeah. Highly protective and very alert. They are, because the wild part of them, the wolf part of them, is constantly on alert in the wild, because you never know what's going to be coming at you, because pretty much your wolves, anywhere there's wolves, there's bear. And you get up north in Canada and Alaska, it's not just black bears, you've got the grizzlies, and they're huge. And then there
Grizzlies
used to be
Are they separated? You don't have a generalized term for a wolf dog?
I think that's pretty much what they call them, is wolf dogs.
At the moment.
It's wolf mixed with any dog breed. Where in the U.S. they're called wolf hybrids. But as I was saying, you've got your grizzly bears, aka your brown bears. They did research and DNA testing in Alaska, because there used to be a gigantic brown bear that is, they thought, now extinct. There are some of the grizzlies in Alaska that are extremely large.
I don't pay for this.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting ready to head out anyway, so I'll see you, everybody, later. You have a wonderful day, evening, and thank you, Stacy, for having me. That way, Kel can come up if she wants to.
Thank you for coming.
You too, Linda.
No, thank
Nice to see
you.
you again,
Thank you for
Linda.
having me.
Enjoy your lunch
See you
and your
later.
nap, Linda.
Yes, I'm headed for a nap. Thank you very much, everybody. Love you.
Love you
Take
too.
care.
Bye.
Take care.
But anyways, they did DNA testing on hairs that they could find
He knows that.
from some of these excruciatingly larger brown bears in Canada, and found that that these gigantic bears, I can't even remember what they called them.
Yeah, I watched a special on that.
Yeah, me too. And
Yeah, I can't remember where they're located. There's a special island that they're on.
yeah. There's a bear island that they're on that pretty much isn't inhabited, because the concentration of bears is just insane per square mile or acreage or whatever. The number of bears is just far too many for humans to live on that island. But yeah, they did DNA testing on these abnormally large bears and found out that what they thought was extinct bear is in the DNA. So it's not fully extinct. It's just that these insanely large brown bears, aka grizzlies, are hybrid with this quote unquote extinct. But the line, the DNA was so strong, high percentage, that timeline wise, from when they thought it to be extinct to the concentration of that bear breed in the DNA, there's got to be some of those bears still alive. That line of those super large monster bears, they still got to be there somewhere, because the concentration of that line is too strong in the DNA for them not to still exist. Otherwise, it would have been watered down by now. So they were, then going to be on the hunt for these bears to research them and, see where they're living, see how they're living. Because these bears, the largest bear in the U.S. is the polar bear. These bears are bigger than that.
I have
Way
something-
bigger than even a polar bear. A polar bear
I have
can't,
something working
doesn't
on
stand a
this
chance
and
around these
not
big
that.
grizzlies. But yeah, the concentration was too strong for them to not still exist. So now they're wondering where these huge, what they thought extinct bear breeds are, where they're living, and how they're interacting with the grizzly population. They tested black bear. They did not find any of it in any of the black bears that they tested. And they did not harm any bears. They watched for where bears were denning and different things like that, the paths that they would take, and they collected hair from like trees and shrubs and stuff like that where it would end up. Probably some scat too. I'm not real sure, but yeah, these gigantic bears that were huge because they lived during the age tail end, I think, of like the dinosaurs. So, you know, they were like fighting T-Rex or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, they were abnormally large because of the other predators that were in existence at the time. But yeah, this was just on that Bear Island in Alaska. Yep. But the research that they had done on the island, which was extensive, they didn't find any purebred of this supposedly extinct breed on the island. And bears can swim. So they were going to be looking, you know, and their ranges did include parts of Canada to see if maybe, you know, because there's a lot of land in Canada that's uninhabitable. It's too rocky, or it's too mountainous, or it's too cold, or whatever. You know, they're wondering if maybe they aren't living in some pocket or something, maybe in Canada or other parts of Alaska, or maybe Nova Scotia, or I don't know. They were going to do some testing. I haven't seen like any documentaries come out on them since, and that's been several years, at least 5 years, probably, you know, closer to 10. I think I watched the show here, and we've been here 9 years, so somewhere in that range. So I would think that they have more information now, but I don't know. I just haven't seen anything about it, but it was just fascinating to find out that these gigantic brown bears existed back in the day and are still suspected to exist today because of DNA testing on abnormally large grizzlies in Alaska. I don't know. You know me with research, random things.
Well, as we're talking about wildlife, I was looking for a specific button for this tuck card I made, and I ran into these. As you know, I collect buttons. These buttons, they're made from deer horns. And there are imitation ones out there like this, but you can see on these, if you look at the back, I'll find a real good example where there's a grain on the button. You can see the grain that makes it the bone.
Yep.
You know.
Right.
And on the imitation ones, it's just smooth. You can tell I can tell a difference. But you can see the side too, where they're cut. Each one's unique, but these are kind of desirable in the button world type of thing, if you're collecting bone buttons. So, yeah, I just ran across them, but like I said, I know there's imitation ones out there now. I can tell by looking at these that these our original
Well, yeah.
Those are
deer,
pretty though.
deer antlers.
And they're gorgeous.
Yeah, they are. Anyhow, so
Okay, y'all. Well, I'm going to have to go now. I thank you for inviting me, so I'm going to say goodbye.
okay.
Bye.
Thank you for inviting me. Bye.
Have a good day. Yeah, I gotta break for lunch here, and I got a couple happy meals I gotta get in the mail that I've been having here for the last 2 weeks that I've been gone. So,
Well, thanks for hanging out.
yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks a lot, Stacy.
I have a passed out little man. But I'm not doing
Take care, Pam. Sorry, I was off on a different tab.
Good afternoon, Pam.
And Teresa. Left us too. Now, Kel, don't be sniffing your armpits asking if you offend.
Now that we're down to 3, are you going to click the link and come up and visit, Phil? I'm not doing anything but just being a bed. That's what momos do.
Okay, I'm back. My mail was just delivered to my chair, or my sofa, or whatever you call it. So I want to see what I got today. Gigantic bag for a teeny tiny little package. Oh, these are my ink knockoff brand for my friction erasable pen. I was running out of blue, so I ordered a package of blue. So I will put those in my drawer. Because they will definitely get used. Because I use a lot of blue. I've also got black and green and red and blah blah blah. But I mostly use blue. Blue and red.
Why in the world would I? Never mind, Huawei.
Huh?
Baby. We don't pickle while it's asleep. I'm not happy.
Yeah, I'm having one of those. What? Moments?
We cherish the moment when RJ is asleep.
Yeah. He's hyperactive. Does not sleep well. Does not nap very long. Never has.
Yep, when he naps, we enjoy it. Because his naps are very short.
Yeah, he's down and out for maybe 30 minutes. And then he's up and running again. You don't have very long before he's up and going again, so.
Full steam ahead.
Oh, cool. I needed some of those needy,
Gummy
dough,
eraser.
like erasers.
Gummy
And
eraser.
I got, this was the best price just a few bucks, and I got a crap ton of them. Because I know I've got one around here somewhere, but I've yet to find it. So, but now I have plenty. So those will go in my crafty bits.
Just like you.
And I finally,
Go.
I was finally able to get some of that toxic nail polish.
Uh-huh.
This is water-based, peelable, quick drying.
Cool.
There's 10 bottles in here. They're small bottles, but it gives me a variety of colors. Mainly, I want to pop this open and give it a whiff and see if it catches in the back of my throat, so I know whether or not I will be able to use it with my COPD, which regular nail enamel I have not been able to use for years. I love painting my nails, but yeah, I haven't been able to do that. So I'm hoping that I will be able to do that again now that I've got
He loves to play with
toxic.
He loves to be outside while I.
We will see here in just a moment.
Grandma cannot
Open.
do the outside and chase him. Grandma would fall down, and it would be all about pressing a life alert button going, help, they're falling, and I can't get up. And I don't have my life alert bracelet yet.
Trying to get this open.
And right now, it's just me and the baby at home. And that's why I'm on the live stream with y'all. In case something happens, Willow knows how to get a hold of people here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, if there's issues, I can call in the appropriate authorities, aka police, fire, ambulance.
And she get a hold of him, etc.
Yep. I have no problem with this whatsoever. I'm so excited.
Yay!
I just popped open a jar and gave it like 4 whiffs and nothing.
Awesome. And I like those colors.
Yeah, I went with summery colors. They've got others that are fall, but
I do like
this
the
is
colors.
like kind of like the opalite, then a lavender, kind of a peachy pink, a light turquoise, a yellow, kind of a mossy green, periwinkle, a minty green, a kind of a flesh tone, and then a little bit more of, this is like a tan flesh tone, and this is more like a pinky, pinky flesh tone. Get your head out of the bag. You're gonna get stuck, girl. I got a cat over here trying to attack packaging.
Wants to see what it is.
But yeah, these are basically just like 2 flesh tones.
I'm going to the screen.
But yeah, I'm excited. I've been wanting to get this stuff. I had to research it to make sure that it wasn't the kind that needed the UV light thing, because that was just going to be added expense. And I wanted something affordable, but yet, you know, some color. These are small jars. They're not huge, which is fine by me. I tend to, when I am able to do my nails, I like to change them a lot. And unless I find like a color that I just absolutely love, it goes very well with my skin tone, you know, kind of thing, I don't buy a big bottle. So this is perfect for a test run of spring to summer colors. And now I can start saving for some fall ones if this works well for me.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah, I really did look at my nail polish hard the other day. I'm like,
But
I thought
it's
about doing my nails.
Abbott's on Honey, non-toxic, easy peel off, quick drying.
Because easy
So.
peel, then, you know, Don't have to worry about polish remover.
I went through my polishes here just recently. The ones that I thought that I could use, like in crafty stuff, maybe. Just a handful. Went in with my paint enamels. And I have some quick dry stuff.
Sally Hansen
I can mask up and put that on, but just my favorite colors. All the rest, which was a lot, went to donation.
Girl, you
a
didn't
lot of them
send them
hadn't
to
been
me.
used.
What is wrong with you?
What?
I said, you didn't send them to me? What is wrong with you?
Oh. I didn't know. Usually you don't have your nails painted.
That doesn't make a big difference.
Well, I didn't know that you know.
I'm a hoarder of nail polish.
Oh, well, so was I. I mean, some of them went just in the garbage because they weren't any good anymore.
Yeah, I've been there.
But, well, I haven't seen them in several years. I got COPD and I haven't looked. I literally had to empty the cabinet because the sheet rock was starting to pull away from the wall from the weight of it. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I thought I had it mounted in studs, but apparently not. It was just like a little medicine cabinet, like little thing, but it was
Poor
loaded.
Huawei. She can't even thread her needle today. Her glasses won't work. She's annoyed.
That happens here. I have days like that. I've been sitting here struggling, just getting lined up on that today. Because my eyes are still just a wee bit grumpy from not sleeping, which really upsets them. And, oops, bumped my camera. But, there it went. Lost my train of thought. Oh, my eyes. With the issues that I have with my eyes, if I don't sleep, then the eyes, of course, you know, they get scratchy and grumpy. So then I have to treat that. And they're still a little grumpy today, just enough that it's been a bit of a challenge, but I've pushed through. I'm still getting there. But I'm also still treating them, because usually after I have a spell like that, I have to treat them for about 3 days, which is basically prescription eye drops that are steroids and what have you. I have to be careful, though, to not do it any longer than necessary, because the steroids increase the pressure in my eye, which can cause other issues. So
That's cool, Huawei. 300 bottles of polish. Oh my goodness.
yeah, that used to be me. I'm not sure what this is. I know that this is full of peanuts, so I'm gonna have to get a Walmart bag, but I know what it is too. I know why they did that. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what that is. This is a enormous seashell that I got for my bathroom. I've been collecting shells for my bathroom to do various things with, because I'm working on kind of remodeling my bathroom, repainting it, and yada yada, and I want to do kind of an undersea vibe.
That would be you.
So seashells, and I've been trying to find some type of flooring that would be, you know, resonant to
industrial.
to like
Industrial
sand
floor.
with pebbles or something.
The industrial,
Yeah,
12 by
I know.
10. Yeah.
Problem is my floor is piece replaced here, piece replaced here, piece replaced here kind of thing. So like linoleum, tiles, anything like that's not going to stay down at this point. I want to take that out and put in proper flooring so that I can put whatever kind of flooring down I want. It's just getting there.
The other thing would be an epoxy.
Yeah. But like this is plywood, this is MDF, this is PDF.
Well, yeah. Once you get your
It just-
floor fixed up and sealed well, you can do just do an epoxy pour, self-leveling epoxy pour, and it'll look
Yeah.
just like that. They have. them.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I've been looking at different applications of, of stuff on the floor versus putting down like tile or something, and I'm barely getting into that. I just haven't gotten there
Also
yet.
look at the garage flooring as well.
Yeah.
Epoxy for garages.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. It'll be something crafty, but it's got to be non-toxic, and it's got to, be, basically waterproof kind of thing because it's a bathroom floor.
That would be
Yada yada yada. I've barely started researching it, so like I said, I've got a ways to go. I've just been kind of hitting on it here and there. I'm not remotely ready to start working on the bathroom. I've got sheetrock that needs replaced and just other various things.
Getting that other shower out of there.
Yeah, there's currently 2 showers in my bathroom. The old one, the new one, because they came and put in a handicap shower. But my little tube shower, as I call it, is still there. That's going to be getting removed and all of the pipes and everything getting capped and everything. Then that's going to be turned into a linen closet. There's a lot to do that bathroom. Once I get into it, then I'm just going to be into it. But right now, I'm trying to get my craft room and the storage room and the library resolved. So it's a little ways down the road. So I've got time. And, also just, saving up for materials, that kind of thing. So I will get there. But right now, I just want to try to get the shell out without scattering peanuts. Because it's bubble wrapped and bubble wrapped and bubble wrapped. But then there's peanuts. So it's just getting it out of here without dumping peanuts all over the house.
Oh man. I was feeling good.
There's that. Make sure there's nothing else in the peanuts.
Hi, Ryan.
And our landfill unfortunately does not recycle foam, so that unfortunately will just have to go in the garbage.
Oh, cool.
I had a grandson on my lap, and Sissy pushed right here behind me.
This bag, I will have to remove the label. It's one of those paper bags that's full of fluff.
Oh, yeah.
I keep the fluff to use in crafts. So I will have to remove the label and carefully peel back the fabric and collect the fluff and put the fluff in a bag and yada yada. That'll be fun.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. I do feel for you though. My daughter started the other day. Oof. Aunt will come to visit. It's necessary.
Okay, so this is the skinny stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, thank goodness that's behind me.
Me too.
Oh. Really? All the way from the beginning, I forgot about that. Oh, darn, Stacy. Seriously?
You find those at the Dollar Tree, Lynn?
Huh?
No.
Lynn found a ton of scented pens and stuff at the Dollar Tree, and they are smell like Fruit Loops and Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Scented pins. Well, you don't have to worry about me getting any of those from y'all, because I've never cared for scented pens, markers, stickers.
Oh,
Never
I
been with you.
love scented ink pens, scented markers.
So I
There's a
guess
lot of people that love that stuff. I'm not it. I even scented nail
I
polish.
guess
It's
with,
like nail polish
the
that smells
women
like
in
grapes or
Lynn's
something.
family tend to be fertile for longer.
I don't know. They've just never been my thing. I had them once or twice when I was a kid, but I don't know. They just don't excite me. To me, it's just supposed to smell like paper, not grape flavored stickers or something. I don't know. Kind of weird that way. It's supposed to smell like it is, not something else. When things smell like something
I'm one
else
of
than
those
what they
weirdos
are, it drives me nuts.
I like to walk into a lumber yard. I love the smell of a lumber yard.
Oh yeah, I love colored pens. I just don't want them to smell like Fruit Loops, that's all. You don't have to worry about me getting any into any of that. There'll be plenty there for you, because it won't be me getting in there. Okay, large bubble wrap. Get you out of the way. Oh my goodness. She definitely packaged this well. It's like I got some pool noodle going on too.
I have not logged into
Yeah, definitely
Instagram
poodle noodles. I keep trying to say poodle noodles.
Poodle?
Poodle noodles. There she is. Okay, this is my hand. The shell is much larger than.
Oh, big old conch shell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got some chipping around the edge and stuff. But I'm not worried about that. I will just Dremel anything sharp so the kitties don't catch themselves on it. It's just going to be, you know, like on my vanity or something like that. But yeah, it's huge.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see if it's-
When I used to pen pal with my best friend, he was in Chicago years ago in a hospital, and we would write back and forth. Every other word or every other sentence would be in a different color, etc. And he would do the same. We would write back and forth.
No, not at all, Lynn. I've color coordinated, or what's the term I'm looking for? You know, like when you use this color for this color for this color for this.
Color coded.
Color coded. There we go. I do that with all my journals. I do that with all my files. You know, like paper files. You know, certain things are home, certain things are crafts, certain things are medical, and yeah, all of it's color coded. You know, home manuals is color coded. Home, like receipts and warranties, each color coded. Yeah, I color code a lot, which is why I have markers and pencils and ink pens and gel ink pens and erasable ink pens in colors. So yeah, when there's colored pens and things like that, markers, you know, yeah, I will buy the biggest color variety that they have, even if I have to save up. And as soon as I get them, then I'm saving up for the ink replacements, you know. Yeah, I'm weird like that. Boy, you are jammed in there, girl.
You think?
Trying not to. She's trying to move without him sliding off on the floor and going for flunk, because that wouldn't go well. But yeah, this shell isn't perfect, but what I paid for wasn't expected to be perfect. But she did find this piece in the box where she had this, and included it in a baggie, so I can put that back on. But otherwise, yeah, like I said, I will just use my Dremel and gently sand down any little places that might catch skin,
That's
anything
cool.
pointed. But yeah, I wanted a big conch shell too. I'll make a little stand for it. That
My
will.
grandparents had one. I loved that thing. I used to mess with it all the time as a kid. And I don't remember which grandparent had it now. Loved it. And then Grandma, I don't know if it's Grandma Scott or Grandma Hunt, used to have the giant starfish. But I have it.
Yeah, I have some dried starfish. I have several different kinds of shells in all sizes.
But it's huge. I mean, it's. I'm trying to get out of the sunlight. It's huge. It's a big, huge fish. It's a spiny. It's great big, huge
Yeah.
starfish.
All right, ladies. I'm going to be shortening this one a little bit today because I got to take one of the babies to the vet.
Okay.
Alrighty, dear.
She had a little battle with a grub,
Oh,
and I got to
no.
get the area cleaned up a bit. And
Yeah.
Alright.
Botfly.
yeah.
One of those botfly worm things that embed in their skin.
Finally left, and yeah.
Yeah, now it's just wound care.
Gotta go get that cleaned up really well and got antibiotics in her, so it's finishing the healing process. Okay.
All right, dear.
That poor baby. Where was it located? Was it neck, jaw?
Ear, right behind the ear.
Oh,
Yeah.
ow.
You know, I kept it antibiotic best I could to prevent
Okay,
anything
Lynn.
major. Because I didn't want to have the vet cut. Because it's like right behind her ear.
Yeah.
So I kind of tried to suffocate the thing and finally got the thing to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of just reaching in, pulling it out.
And it might be causing different damage and more damage. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured that was the best way to handle that, and then take her for the wound care portion of it.
Yeah.
It's that time. I got the wound.
Yeah,
care
get it
for
flushed out. And,
Oh, you're fine, honey. There's worse things we can talk about other than, Mother Nature.
hey,
Yeah,
we've all
honey.
been there, girl.
You're good.
We totally get it.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much all you can do is rest. You have no idea how many days, months of school that I missed because of that.
So, rest here.
Ready? Well, I want to thank everyone who came in. I want to thank everyone who hung out. I want to thank those of you who will watch us in the future. Please like, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, please enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye, everyone.